will rarely meet successful people who are not insightful. I believe the insight is the smallest unit of truth that is actionable. And therefore, people who operate in the currency of insights tend to be generally more successful, at least in business.
Can you go deeper on that? The smallest unit of insight that's actionable.
A smallest unit of truth that is actionable.
Truth that's actionable. Yeah, go deeper on that for a second.
So, if you go to ancient Hindu mythology and you study the Sanskrit scripts, and Sanskrit was a very condensed language, right? Because it was invented before paper was invented. So, knowledge was transmitted from human to human through memory. So, they had to distill the wisdom in the smallest unit possible that could be memorized and transmitted from human to human. And in the earliest scriptures are also tight. Like you'll read a Sanskrit yoga line, and like in one line they'll condense like really a lot of wisdom in it. So I think the concept of boiling something to the core units of it, and you cannot divide it further, becomes a powerful unit that is also the building blocks of what we call as first principles that can help build businesses, right? And I think a lot of times it's a painful process. Seeking truth is painful. Shane, you've been doing this for a while. Like, how many more blogs will it take to get close to the truth? You will probably not find it, but the joy of seeking truth for the sake of it is not natural, and therefore a lot of people do not appreciate it enough. But insights become this nice building block through which you can create great businesses, unlock great success, because that is something that is not commonly available. Everybody seems to be seeing some pattern, but you see something else. For example, I had this view that, India cares about status so much more than the Western society. Let me do a thought experiment. I reached out to my friend who used to be a buyer of a top retail chain in India. I asked her to check, can you check if the gross margin on all products sold for living room is a lot more than the gross margin on all products sold for the bedroom? Nobody had ever analyzed data like that in retail ever. Because it's like kitchen and sofa and furniture and all of that. Nobody thought living room and bedroom as two separate concepts. But I said, can you please make somebody crunch it? And turns out the gross margin was 3x more. The reason is, in a society, we care more about showing to others. So all the products which are showing demonstrating status are put in the living room. Our bedrooms are terrible in India because nobody comes to them. And therefore, it was not surprising that bed sheets were not bought expensive in India, and bathroom products did not sell a lot. We don't have a lot of bathtubs in India because it's not about me. It's about showing social status to others who come to my living room. And therefore, you apply that insight now. And I told this insight to a home renovation company. I told them, don't keep saying home renovation, launch a product line which is living room renovation. And today, 70-80% of that revenue for them is living room renovation. Because that's the insight, and that's the motivation button that you can press in people.